Hi. So it's been a while since the last time I recorded a video for this channel. It seems like it's abandoned. Well, I have been busy, but I decided to take some time to share an insight with you. It was a very powerful insight. Um, in my friend's word, when I told him, he said, I have insights all the time, but I keep them to myself. And I do keep some insights to myself, but I don't know. I have this thing that I think that it's sort of like our responsibility to share whatever is like potentially, I don't know, interesting, not the word, but that would make an impact or a difference. But I'm pretty aware that my insights might not be that big or like that interesting. But I mean, they are to me because I really try to, I don't know, to evolve as a person, I guess. Well, so here's the insight, and there's a story behind it. And I'll try to sum up, but well, let's see how it goes. Well, so I am writing books now. I have written 14 so far, so that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm busy. I'm teaching at Portuguese with Movies. I'm teaching private students and I'm writing books. And one of the process like of writing books is, well, actually, it doesn't have anything to writing books, sorry. It has something to do with my company, Portuguese with Movies. So, well, I am in charge of marketing. When you are a small business, you have to learn some skills because, I mean, in a perfect world, there are infinite or a lot of resources, and you can hire someone that is already good at the thing because I know that I'm good at teaching and creating material. But when you're small and you're trying to grow, you have to develop the skills. Like you cannot pay people to do it. So I cannot pay people to do the marketing. I need to learn. So I've been learning. But at the website where I hire freelancers to do some things for me, I was like searching, scrolling, and I saw a guy that was with a very high rate, like and reviews, and he was like an expert at creating business marketing strategy and branding strategy. And that was what I am currently studying. And even though I have been studying a lot, it is very difficult to, I mean, it is difficult to me at least. But yeah, so here's what I thought. Um, I am writing, I am creating the business strategy, the marketing strategy and branding strategy for Portuguese with Movies. That, spoiler alert, we are rebranding. It's not going to be Portuguese with Movies anymore. It's going to be something else. It's a mystery. It's because we offer other things than movies. We teach through culture. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. Um, well, so I thought I have been studying this. I have been actually last year we worked with a Brazilian that lives in Canada, and she created our first marketing strategy. But um, my father died and we couldn't implement. And it is not, what is the opposite of updated? Unupdated? Like, it is still applicable, but it's not where we are going anymore with Portuguese with Movie, with the rebranding and everything. But it is still like updated. So I thought I could present to this guy how things are now, and he could like created something that I know what I do at Portuguese with Movies. It's very specific. It's a very niche thing. So I don't know. I just thought that he could give me like he could shed a light where I was like struggling to see because of his experience, his good reviews, and etc. So, and his price was affordable for me. So yeah, I paid for the plan. I received the plan. I was confused at first, but then based on everything that I studied and the past plan that Amanda made us, um, I saw it wasn't. I don't want to say that it wasn't good, but he didn't understood the business. He didn't understand what we do, and in order to create a so for example, something that plan that was like kind of off was that for 6 years I have been doing this, and I know where my students come from. Like I know their age, I know those things. But he put there I should like an action would be creating ads to some cities in the United States that I've never heard of. And then I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I thought, well, maybe there are a lot of Brazilians there. And then I asked him how did he came to some results, like some conclusions, but then he didn't answer. He said that he was going to answer once I had all my questions asked. But it was a 60 page document. One of them, like it was actually two, the other one was shorter. But so technical, it took me some days to go through it all. And the more I read, the more it felt off. I would see spelling mistakes, and it it was totally like different from everything that I have experienced in in practice, like working at Portuguese with Movies. But then I thought, well, business is a bit counterintuitive. So maybe, well, maybe, but yeah, as I kept as I kept reading, um, it felt to me like he was like, I don't want to make like assumptions, but it felt like copy and pasting. So I was pretty upset, and I was like trying to come up with like a good way to say that I wanted a refund. That, I mean, he was not expensive, he was affordable, but affordable for something that I can actually apply and use. So for example, at Portuguese with Movies, we teach Portuguese for movies there, but he understood that we are a group of teachers that give like that teach individual lessons, and that's not what we do at all. So based on that, everything he wrote was like for a company of um like individual teachers, and that's not what we do anyway. So I was like thinking, I was very I wasn't like angry, irritated, no. I was just thinking of how I would tell him that it was not applicable. And the fact that I knew that made me think that I did my homework, I learned enough to know. There was Amanda's plan that also was a guide for me. And well, anyway, so like 2 days ago, I sent him a message on this like platform, freelancers, etc. And I told him that I I I didn't find it suitable, and I explained why. And then he said, and then I asked for canceling the order, and then he said some things, but to sum up, he said, "Well, I can answer any questions you want. We can try to figure this out, to sort it out. But we can also cancel. It's okay. Either way, I'll be here for whatever you need and for future projects." And then it made me think, like, when we are in a sort of like a litigious situation, and I know that I have been in a lot of situations like that, where I don't know, I assume things, I want to I sort of like play in my mind what they're going to say and what I'm going to say in response. And then, you know, but I have my meditation practice that teaches me like the opposite, like equanimity, how to stay in a state of acceptance to whatever arises, and not like in the future, in the past, playing things in my mind. And I have been like fairly successful with that lately. I don't know if it is because, I don't know, with my father passing, um, sort of like uh, it, n- not a lot matters anymore, you know? So I'm not that life became meaninless, but I'm pretty aware of my priorities. So it's very easy to dismiss things and let go now. And I'm just like focusing on my books and my company and my cats. And life was never that simple for me. But anyway, his response, I don't know who he is. It was like over texting. And I have no idea if he was angry but said that. But it made me think about past experiences of mine where I was litigious. So the insight is basically a cliche, like choose your battles. Um, it's not everything is worth it. Like, so I work in a platform where students can say that they didn't like the lesson, the trial, they can ask for their money back. It never happened to me, but I mean, it happened like students canceling packages and not coming back and etc. And in the past, I would think that, well, it's me. Um, there are other teachers that are better. I'm not good enough. But I mean, actually, not long ago, a student wrote my first bad review ever in, I don't know, 7 years of teaching that platform. It was like, I don't even remember now, but it was bad. And I contacted him, like, asking for clarifications. Why did you say that? Why? And then with his answer, I told him that, I mean, it was kind of egoic, like very, um, not looking back, what I was trying to defend, Like someone is entitled to their opinion. They can say whatever. How should, like, how, what other people say, think, and feel, if they have all the right and reasons to feel whatever, should have an impact on me, to the point that I'll spend like an hour writing an email in a foreign language to try to prove what. Um, so what he did, that guy that works on marketing, because like the costumers, they're always going to be right. So he just saved himself, like, I don't know him. I don't know at all. I'm just assuming. But I was going to win, sort of like, let's say when. I would have, the platform would stick with me. I was right. And the same way that my platform, the one that I work for, will always, most times, be at students, the paying, the clients, you know, side. So if I just let go, I won't have that thing deleted. I didn't ask him to delete it. And it wasn't that bad. Now looking back, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a bit, but anyway. Um, so it's done. If someone leaves you, if someone asks for a cancellation, um, if they ask for a refund, just like, I was thinking, like, just let them do whatever. I don't know these people, the reasons they could present them or not, but it's my state of mind that will be affected. And since life is short and there are unavoidable problems already, why should I be litigious um, when the outcome will be what it will be? Like, it's pointless. So I just so it was an insight. It was, I'm sure that for some people it might be obvious that we should pick we should pick our battles, like, obviously. Um, but I don't know. For me, I think I always cared too much, and I always said too much. And now that I don't wanna, or the more the days pass by, I see that, so things like that just, like, reaffirm the fact that not a lot matter. And knowing that, so something that happened today, a student sent me a message with a feedback saying that when he was going to buy something, like a course at my website, I asked too many personal information. I didn't take that as criticism. Like, I know I would have maybe some years ago. Like, I don't do the basics right. I just took that as a constructive, like, thing. It's good to know that Americans are very reserved and they are very private. They are very careful with their phone numbers. So I just appreciated the fact that he communicated that, and I made the changes on the website. easy. And I don't have to take that as like defining the quality of my work, of who I am. But I think we might do that sometimes, like when someone says something bad, I don't know, about our work, about, I don't know, our character, um, or even our appearance. It's just someone's opinion, and someone's opinion, it's not, I'm not invalidating what they or what other people feel, but that's their reality. They live in their reality, and I live in mine, and you live in yours. So you can basically, I don't know, let things in, take them in, or don't. And either way, I don't think there's a right or wrong here. Situations, maybe. It depends. It will always depends. But it was an insight. Like, I really admired that guy. I felt a lot of, I don't know, compassion, loving kindness towards him. He taught me an important lesson that I'm taking. I don't know if it was clear enough the way I tried to communicate it with you. Um, I shared this insight with some friends before because I wasn't feeling like I would come here because, I have been busy with other things. Not that this doesn't matter, but I have been doing other things that I don't know, I didn't even uh thought of, think of host. But today I thought, hey, why not? Anyway, that's the inside. Don't know if it'll touch you at some spot. Anyway, I appreciate you watching, and until next time.